This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
My, oh my, wake the kids, get the neighbors. This is an extravaganza you won't want to miss. Welcome into Locked On Phillies Postcast, and this is a joy to do this particular postcast because the Philadelphia Phillies did exactly what they were supposed to do against the Baltimore Orioles. For the people that really wanted the Phillies to tee off on Charlie Morton, which yes, they absolutely should have. And yeah, I know they robbed a couple of hits from him, but it wasn't exactly the offensive output that we were expecting in that game. Well, they certainly gave that to you today against Povich and the rest of this Baltimore Orioles. Sad excuse for a pitching staff. Sellers at the deadline. You want to see a team like the Phillies, who were buyers, absolutely obliterate the team in front of them. That's exactly what they did against the Baltimore Orioles to the tune of a 13-3 Phillies victory. Kyle Schwarber, 2-home run game, a grand slam, 6 RBIs. I mean, let's just, the spoiler. Can we get the spoiler out of the way?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Yeah, I'd say it's Kyle Schwarber. And here's the deal. I want John Middleton to not. They put it out there on social media for him to just go down to the dugout with a blank check after that grand slam as part of that huge 6th inning. You know what I mean? But instead of that, just wait at home plate. Just wait at home plate with a big contract presentation, a big feathered pen, true Philadelphia style, to allow Kyle Schwarber to put his John Hancock on that little declaration of "you're a Philly for life" type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's make that happen in the city of brotherly love as soon as humanly possible, John Middleton. And I will say, when he stepped to the plate with the bases juiced, I honestly thought we would hear the MVP chants. Now, maybe they weren't coming through the TV. Maybe the chants were coming through. Maybe they were happening after the All-Star break. But I honestly thought after the All-Star break with the MVP, I thought he would get the MVP chance a little bit earlier just for the All-Star game. But now we're talking about the potential of having an MVP season in the National League, and that's Kyle Schwarber. Not too shabby. It's going to be tough. Yeah, Ohtani's pretty good at baseball. I get it, but still, just enter in that conversation. Even if you're number 2, a distant number 2 to somebody like Shohei Ohtani, that's still in the conversation, especially with 2 months to go in the season, and you just hit your 39th and 40th home runs of the season, as Kyle Schwarber did tonight. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's get into this a little bit earlier in the game when Kyle Schwarber first flexed his muscles. That came in the 3rd inning, 427 feet to the second deck in right field. Absolutely demolished that baseball. Absolutely demolished it. And the Phillies at that point, remember, they were down 3-1 in that 3rd inning after Westberg took Jesus Luzardo deep in the top half of that 3rd inning. Edmundo Sosa leads off the bottom of the 3rd inning with a single. Then after Wilson and Turner went down, Kyle Schwarber got you 2 more runs to tie that game at 3-all. Again, 2 outs in the inning. Phillies are able to have a little bit of a rally or just a big hit with the 2-run home run. So then fast forward to the 6th inning where we can talk about the turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Of all the turning points of this season, of all the turning points this year, this one, chef's kiss, is my favorite, absolute favorite. This one came down to hustle. To all the kids, bust it down the line. You hit it to the left side of the infield. You never know if you could beat it out. You always want to put pressure on the fielder, even if the guy's Gunner Henderson. And JT Realmuto did just that. With 2 outs in the inning, unfortunately, Kyle Schwarber, ironically enough, was the one who led it off by lining out the right field on a broken bat line drive. Then Bryce Harper went down looking at a 3-2 sinker at the knees. That was one I thought he would belt, but he did not. So now you got 2 outs in the inning. Enter JT Realmuto. Hits a little grounder there to short. Busts it down the first base line, and he beats it out. The first play of the bottom of the 1st inning with Trey Turner, who I think we can all agree runs a lot faster than JT Realmuto. Gunner Henderson, just for context, Trey Turner was unable to beat Gunner Henderson's play at short. So that's how good Gunner Henderson is. So now fast forward back to 2 outs in the 6th inning here. JT's up at the plate. He hits that grounder to short. Gunner Henderson's got to go in the hole, fires to first. I had a little trouble getting a little transition there. And by maybe a shoelace, maybe that hard part of the shoelace, maybe that hit the first base bag before the throw. The ball hit the mitt there, the first base. Maybe that's the way it went down. I don't know. Either way, JT Realmuto ruled safe even after it was challenged. He's safe. And then the bombardment happened. The bombardment happened. First guy up. Povich goes out of the game, They bring in Martin. He faces Castellanos. Castellanos gets a single to center field. He got first and second with 2 outs now all of a sudden. What could happen here? Bader comes in to face the righty. A little bit of a reverse splits type guy, that Bader character, right? Or he doesn't come in. He was in the game, not pinch hit situation. He comes in there. He works a 3-1 count, and then Martin gives him the pitch that he's looking for. A fastball up and in, and Bader does not miss the 3-1 heater. He blasts that one 391 feet to left field. That one, chalk it up as a 3-run home run. The 3-3 tie is broken. Phillies are now in the lead 6-3. At this point, all thanks to JT Realmuto busting it down the first base line. Then Westin Wilson steps up there. You got a pinch runner there for Bryson Stott goes in for Edmundo Sosa, who got a single in this inning. Bryson Stott pinch runs for Otto Kemp, who also got a single. It was Kemp beating out an infield single to short that couldn't be handled there by Gunner Henderson. Then Sosa gets a single to left field. Now you got first and second with 2 outs again. Westin Wilson gets the RBI single to left field. That brings home Bryson Stott, again pinch running for Otto Kemp. Trey Turner down in the count 0-2. Down in the count 0-2. Phillies have already scored 4 runs in this inning. 2 outs, down in the count 0-2. Works the count full, works the walk. Now you got the bases loaded. 2 outs. They can take Martin out. They bring in Geraldo. He comes into the game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber gets the back-to-back fastballs. And on the second fastball, he smacks that bases loaded fastball 390 feet to right center field for the grand salami. That's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice day at the office there for Kyle Schwarber. 11-3. It was 3-3 going into that 6th inning. JT, the turning point, beats out the throw. Goes from a 3-3 game to an 11-3 game. Not a bad half inning there for the Phils. And then just for extra added pleasure, bottom of the 8th inning, unfortunately, Bryson Stott did the thing that he normally does, which had a great at bat, and they struck out or made an out. This case, he made an out. 3-2 fastball, chased it, 8-pitch at bat, nothing doing there. Sosa hits a home run. Westin Wilson hits a home run, gives you the 13-3 final. And hey, you know what? Tip of the cap to Seth Johnson, who came in and pitched pretty well for the final 2 innings. I know it didn't matter much, but it mattered to him because of the struggles he's obviously been having coming out of the Phillies bullpen. But still, like I say, I will say, 13-3, that's great. But I do apologize to the people at Citizens Bank Park who didn't get to see the tarantula come into the game tonight. But turning point, no question. JT Realmuto busted it down that first base line there in the 6th inning to lead to that rally. And then finally, tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
You're going to be talking about the possibility of Kyle Schwarber being the MVP of the National League. You're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Phillies potentially being a full game up on the New York Mets, who, by the way, are losing right now in the top of the 10th inning to the Cleveland Guardians. Top of the 10th inning in New York. So, hey, Phillies, let's keep that going, please. And thank you. By the way, I'm sorry, a game and a half up on the New York Metropolitans. That'd be nice. And I think you're going to be talking about a 427-foot blast to the second deck in right field. I went back and I watched Ryan Howard's home run off Mike Mussina, which, by the way, going back to the box score, I forget they lost that game. But he had 2 home runs in that one off Mike Mussina. The Phillies lost 9-7, but that one was to the upper deck, like the last deck, like the highest deck you could hit in right field. He blasted it up there, both off Mike Mussina. The other one was an Oppo Boppo one. But anyway, Kyle Schwarber went 427 tonight for that home run in the 3rd inning. Yeah, I think you'll be talking about that one. And then also, when you talk about RBI total, how about this? I want to make sure I got this right. 94 RBIs on the season for Kyle Schwarber, leading all of baseball. And also 40 home runs ain't too shabby either. You love to see it. And that is what I think we'll be talking about tomorrow. When we come back, I will give a glimpse of some of the other home runs hit tonight. Also, Bryce Harper went yard. We'll talk about that. And Jesus Luzardo's night, because he at least gave you quality on a night like this where there was obviously plenty of run support. Holy pots and pans. Back after this. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Let's talk about 5-hour energy. Perhaps the Phillies indulged a little bit before tonight's game. Time to fuel up with 5-hour energy transfusion, especially for all you golfers out there that love that transfusion drink. I happen to love it. But 5-hour energy transfusion, it brings the bold grape and ginger lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this is a hole-in-one for your energy game. Yeah? Love 5-hour energy when you're going out on the golf course, especially you get invited last minute. Maybe you get a good night's sleep. You want to make sure you have that extra boost while you're out there on the course. You don't want to drag down the foursome. Maybe you got a partner. Maybe you're in a scramble, whatever it might be. 5-hour energy transfusion, the perfect mix for energy and that great golf drink taste. It is unbelievable. Golf's all about the good times with good people and good flavors, of course. How about this? If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that's the number 5, hourenergy.com, you can use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Once again, go to 5hourenergy.com today. That's the number 5, 5hourenergy.com, and use the promo code LOCKEDONGOLF. And how about Game Day Hue? This episode is brought to you by Game Day Hue. And how about this? Some of the great hats that they have there. You can get your favorite team's colors. When you talk about college sports, you talk about the pros, all of that. You can get your team's colors and let the colors talk for you. Right now, you can get 15% off with promo code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. Game Day Hue makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colors for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile styles that work on game day, on the golf course, maybe in the office, anywhere in between. That's what I absolutely love about them. Right now, again, get 15% off with promo code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals. So now is the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHue.com. Promo code MLB15. As far as Jesus Luzardo goes, do want to look at his numbers tonight. 91 pitches through 6 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Did give up 2 home runs, 7 strikeouts for Luzardo today. Actually, he only had 4 against the White Sox in the 7 innings that he had, 7 scoreless, and he only allowed 2 hits. But 7 strikeouts for him today. Really, look, home runs, you don't want to see him give up the home runs. 3-2 sweeper down and into Westberg. He just turned on it, belted that one to left field for the 2-run home run. For the solo home run. The O'Neill 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. That was a fastball up in the zone that he did not miss. I mentioned Bryce Harper hit a home run tonight. He hit that one in the bottom of the 1st inning. How about this? He hit that one 417 feet to center field. O'Neill's home run also 417 feet in the following inning, and not too bad. But for Bryce Harper, good to see this. 17th home run of the season for him. O'Neill, his 8th home run of the season. As for the rest of the Phillies pitching tonight, Tanner Banks came in, did his job. Seth Johnson came in there 2 innings, 1 walk, only blemish, 5 strikeouts. Popping the mid at 99 miles per hour. Good for him. Good movement on that as well. As for your lineup in total, mentioned Kyle Schwarber, your player of the game. Bryce Harper, his only hit was that home run. Harrison Bader, no bigger way to get a first hit with a new team. Your first hit, bang, 3-run home run to make a difference in this ball game. Nick Castellanos, another base knock. JT Realmuto got the inning started with what was ruled the infield single. And then Edmundo Sosa, goodness gracious, man. 2nd and 3rd base tonight. He goes 3 for 4 with a home run. Westin Wilson, good to see him cook tonight as well with 2 hits, including the solo home run and the RBI single. Hey, look, say it again. It's the Baltimore Orioles. They're not good at baseball. They were sellers at the deadline. This is exactly what you should do against the Baltimore Orioles. And credit to the Phillies, they did it. They didn't play down to their opponent. They went out there and they mashed against the Baltimore Orioles. So good for them. And hey, Kyle Schwarber, the more you can pad the stats, the better, bruh. The better. Let's get into the chat check and see what you guys are talking about tonight when it comes to this one here. Seabrook, thank you, MLB, for setting up that inning. Boy, did things escalate quickly. Yeah, I still don't know how JT was safe, but I guess he was safe. I need to see all the angles. They always say, well, they have like 10 more angles in Secaucus. Where is it? Is it New York? Is it New York? It's New York. Secaucus is the NBA. Anyway. Jerry Von Skyver, what's going on? We can thank the ump crew for the 8-run sixth inning, which we desperately needed. Made up for Maury Povich's. I felt like, what was the Sandy Koufax? Kid making them look like the next Sandy Koufax. I felt like the meme should be Povich in like his face over Maury Povich and being like, you are my father, and just have a picture of Kyle Schwarber smiling after that blast of a home run. They are my daddies is the famous line from Pedro Martinez. You are not the father is the famous line from Maury Povich. Don't act like we don't know that. Morgan Lady, hello. The big inning never happens a couple of years ago. Thank you. A review challenge, and thank you, JT. Right? Michael Evans, you get a homer. You get a homer. Noah Cook, hello. Over half the lineup has hit a home run. Reminds me of Rob last year when he said we're gonna slug. Oh yeah, that's right. This team's gonna slug. This team's gonna slug. This team's gonna slug. Great to see Bader break the ice with that one. Right, he had the walk, and then other than that, nothing. And then he looks like a Starburst. All the stuff he's wearing, he looks like a pack of Starbursts. Between like the really blonde hair, the different colored gloves. Good for him, man. A little flair. Some tchotchkes. He's got it done. You know what I mean? Bandman 100, great job by Luzardo locking in. I agree. Trey, roll call, man. Where you been, bruh? Philly 8, he is hitting 226 over the last month. 226, 227? No bueno. Need him to step that one up. Joel, hello. Had to step away from the game to take care of some things when it was 3-3, came back 11-3. Isn't that a wild? That's always a wild feeling. Like, what? That's where you're like, thank you for DVR. Nice line of the box score for a team of 13 runs, 13 hits, 13 RBIs. Homer, rinse, repeat. Schwarb's MVP. It really did give me chills. When he faced off there in the sixth inning and you just heard the chants, MVP, I was like, do I hear it? Is that really happening? And then everyone joined in on it. And then the second pitch of that at bat, whammy. That was a lot of fun. We're all having a good time. By the way, right now, bottom of the 10th inning in Flushing, New York. Guardians up 7-6 on the New York Metropolitans. So that's a nice sign. Michael Evans, hello. Hello. I hope they have some runs left. I'm the same way. Hopefully they score back-to-back game. Well, we just talked about. Hold on. Is this game over? Oh, damn it. What is happening? Is this game over? It's not over. Okay. We just talked about they had 3 straight games of scoring 8 or more runs. So let's keep that thing going where you're scoring more runs. Everyone likes that. Let's do that more. Nice to see what we know this team's capable of. Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn. Fellowship of the Tables. Okay. Wish we could save a few of those runs. Yeah, I know. Did Farzi pass out for excitement? Yeah, I know. Farzi, has Sosa proven himself to you yet? Starting second baseman, please. Seabrook, how do you say no? Who's going to take second base from him? Mets lose. Guardians beat the Mets 7-6. That's just lovely. Phillies now game and a half up on the New York Metropolitans. So that's fun. That's a good time. If they don't re-sign Schwarber, we riot, says Evelyn. I agree. Sir Sketchable, home run cycle tonight by the 6th inning with Harper. Harper solo, Kyle 2-run homer, Bader. That's right. Bader 3-run homer, and Schwarber with the Schwar slam. There you go. Gives the man his money. Ohtani is arguably forcing the Dodgers to stretch out their tired bullpen. Matt Forstater, what's up, buddy? Running out of words to express Schwarber experience at this point. Yeah, I'm with you. Schwarbomb grand slam, says O'Freezer. Schwarber's is McGuire without the juice, says Seth Bass or Base. I don't know. Don't forget the 2-2 pitch to Turner in the 8th inning, in the 8-run 6 before Schwarber was strike 3. Yeah, he was not good today. Was that Jim Wolf? It was Jim Wolf behind the plate, was it not? It was Jim Wolf behind the plate. Seth, I see it. I'm not putting it up, but just know I laughed at it. Pedro Valentin, hello. Bader on the board. Love the Starburst commercials. Cleveland rocks. I love you, Ohio. Okay. Oh, Cleveland for the Guardians, of course. Yes. I'll have to call my father-in-law and tell him thank you to the Guardians for making that happen. Mets just lost. Phillies game and a half lead. Thank you, Michael Thomas. Absolutely. There we go. What's possible explanation for why Crawford was not here yesterday? They're waiting, I think it's the 15th, to call him up because I think that's the rookie deadline. So they could still consider him a rookie or a rookie of the year candidate next year, which I love. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are great. As per usual, let's take a gander on over to what the Phillies got going on tomorrow. We alluded to it earlier. First of all, let me just wait to see if this goes official in the standings already. It hasn't, but anyway, we know the Phillies are a game and a half up in the Mets, so there you go. 6:45 again tomorrow. Phillies got this going on tomorrow. Dean Kramer goes against Taijuan Walker. Kramer comes into this one, or Kremer, I don't know. 8-7 on the season with a 4.27 ERA. Right-handed pitcher. He goes against Taijuan Walker. He is 3-5 on the season with a 3.82 ERA. Walker coming off a 5-inning, 2-run, 7-hit performance against the Chicago White Sox. Unfortunately, that was a game that got out of hand quickly. It did give up 2 home runs in that one, though, however. Tomorrow is 6:45. Wednesday is going to be the 12:35 start time in South Philadelphia. And hopefully by then the Phillies go for the sweep. Why not? Let's get ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get ahead of it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You guys are great as per usual. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe here on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. That's Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. And also, make sure you guys make sure you guys are following along with whatever Connor Thomas is giving you throughout the day with your Locked On Phillies Daily podcast as well. Connor's got you covered with your Locked On Phillies Daily podcast. I got you covered for your Locked On Phillies postcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Back with you guys tomorrow, and hopefully by then Kyle Schwarber signed to like a life-term deal or something like that. You know what I mean? Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.